This paper proposes a cluster-based model for parsimonious selection of variables and enhancing students' employability prediction in the educational data mining field. The model addresses the challenges of large, unbalanced, and multidimensional datasets in education, which hinder the extraction of knowledge and guidance for students. The dataset used in this study consists of 8,973 students with 152 attributes, collected from various universities and institutes across India. The paper highlights the importance of employability prediction in higher education, as it plays a crucial role in the growth of institutions and nations. Institutes aim to identify students with the potential to fetch the best placements and understand the attributes of high achievers to guide others. Predicting employability at an early stage can help take proactive actions to improve student performance and identify those at risk of unemployment. The dataset suffers from two intrinsic problems: unbalanced data, where high achievers' records are fewer compared to non-achievers, and multidimensionality, which leads to overfitting and decreased generalization performance of predictive algorithms. To address these issues, the proposed model applies clustering at the preprocessing stage, reducing dimensionality and increasing prediction performance. The paper reviews existing literature on employability prediction, highlighting the importance of including cognitive, psychometric, and background attributes with academic attributes for better prediction. It also emphasizes the need for large, multidimensional datasets with automated preprocessing. The cluster-based model is applied using RapidMiner Studio Academia version 7.1.001, and the results show significant differences in prediction performance compared to applying predictive algorithms on raw data. The paper is structured to present the review of literature, data mining, clustering, and classification techniques, experimental setup, results with comparative analysis, and conclusions with scope for future work. The proposed model has the potential to guide students for better employability and identify those at risk of unemployment. The findings of this study can be used to develop a unified model that can be applied across institutes with diverse datasets. The paper discusses various machine learning algorithms and their applications in classification and clustering. The authors present an overview of popular classification algorithms, including k-nearest neighbors, naive Bayes, decision trees, neural networks, and support vector machines. They also explain the underlying concepts, such as distance metrics, kernel density estimation, and backpropagation. The authors then describe their experimental setup, where they collect data from various universities and institutes in India, comprising 8,973 instances with 152 attributes. They pre-process the data by excluding irrelevant attributes, converting categorical variables into numerical ones, and applying clustering algorithms. The dataset is then divided into training and testing sets using 10-fold cross-validation. The authors implement various classification algorithms, including Lazykin, Bayesian naive Bayes kernel, neural nets perceptron, AutoMLP, neural net, support vector machine lib SVM, hyper, fast large margin, trees decision tree, logistic regression, and discriminant analysis linear, LDA. They evaluate the performance of these algorithms using metrics such as classification accuracy, F1 score, and kappa statistics. The authors also propose a novel approach to preprocessing, where they transpose the raw data by swapping attributes and instances, apply k-means clustering with Jaccard similarity, and then filter the data based on the clusters obtained. This approach reduces dimensionality, finds relevant attributes, and improves classification performance. The paper concludes by highlighting the importance of selecting the right algorithm and preprocessing technique for a given dataset, and the need for evaluating the performance of classifiers using multiple metrics, especially when dealing with imbalanced datasets. The study focuses on enhancing the predictive algorithm's performance in predicting students' employability by applying a cluster model at the preprocessing stage. The experiment involved 11 predictive algorithms and compared their performance with and without applying principal component analysis, PCA, and cluster model. The results showed that the cluster model significantly improved the F1 score of predictive algorithms, outperforming PCA and direct application of predictive algorithms. The variance values also decreased significantly when using the cluster model. A statistical t-test was conducted to compare the F1 scores and kappa values obtained from different methods. The results indicated a significant difference between F1 scores and kappa values of predictive algorithms when applied directly, with PCA, and with the cluster model. The cluster model demonstrated better performance and reduced variance compared to PCA and direct application. The cluster model's superior performance is evident in Table I, which presents a comparative table of F1 scores, and Figure 1, which graphically depicts the classifier's performance with F1 scores. Similarly, Table 2 illustrates a comparative table of kappa scores, further emphasizing the cluster model's advantages. The t-test results confirmed that there is a significant difference in F1 scores and kappa values of predictive algorithms when applied using the cluster model compared to PCA and direct application. The cluster model showed improved F1 scores and kappa values, along with reduced variance, making it an effective preprocessing technique for enhancing predictive algorithms' performance in predicting students' employability. The paper presents a comparative analysis of predictive algorithms for students' employability, focusing on the improvement of prediction performance using cluster models. The results depicted in Fig. 2 and Table 2 demonstrate that applying cluster models with predictive algorithms significantly enhances the kappa score, whereas principal component analysis, PCA, does not show notable improvements. Statistical t-tests further validate these findings, indicating a significant difference between the kappa values of predictive algorithms when applied with cluster models versus PCA. The study concludes that predictive algorithms, when applied with cluster models, improve their performance significantly, especially when dealing with large, unbalanced, and multidimensional datasets. Clustering at the preprocessing stage helps in parsimonious selection of variables and enhances the performance of predictive algorithms. The proposed cluster model outperforms commonly used methods in predicting students' employability and reducing dimensionality. The References section provides an extensive list of studies on employability, data mining, and classification algorithms, highlighting the importance of accurate prediction models for students' employability. These references cover various aspects, including the determination of constructs and dimensions of employability skills, classification of students based on employability attributes, and the application of data mining techniques for predicting graduate employment. The paper's findings and conclusions are supported by statistical analysis and visualizations, showcasing the superiority of cluster models in improving the prediction performance of employability. The study's results have implications for educational institutions and policymakers, emphasizing the need for more accurate prediction models to enhance students' employability prospects.